Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2, our kindergarten to grade 2 English lesson on conjunctions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade kindergarten to 2, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of conjunctions. All right. So, chapter is conjunctions. Our subject is English language arts. We're doing kindergarten to grade 2, and then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of conjunctions is to use conjunctions. So, we're going to use conjunctions. All right. So when it comes to conjunctions, right? Conjunctions, like it's words like and, but, or so. So we get, for example, coordinating conjunctions, we get correlative conjunctions, right? But for now, we're just going to focus on the coordinating conjunction, which is words like and, but, or, and so. So conjunctions are used to put words and sentences together. We say conjunction used to put words and sentences together. And if we look at an example, right? It says we must use and to show that things go together. So if we, for example, either write something, write a series down or anything, right? And we need to, or sentences, and we need to add our conjunction, then the conjunction, which is and, it is used to show that things go together. And if we look at an example of a conjunction, it says Greg and Kate are playing a game. And if we, for example, go on to the next one, it says we went to the zoo and we saw some lions. There we basically saw it for the second time. So which means that Greg and Kate are playing a game, and then we went to the zoo and we saw some lions. And there we use the word and or the conjunction and that was to show that things go together. All right. And once again, we said conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. So those are conjunctions, and we call that coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions. So now it says we need to use but to show that things are probably, or let's say we use but to show that things are different or that things are opposite. So we use but to show that things are different and to show that things are opposite. And now we're going to look at a few examples, right, of how we can use but. And it is where we say we use but to show that things are different or it's opposite. And if we look at an example, it says, I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. So I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. So which means that he's then gonna have to maybe also leave his reading and continue playing with the sister, for example. So it's doing something different than what he was doing. Because now his sister wants to play and he's busy reading. But of course, we know how it is with the younger siblings. Conjunctions is basically it's a word that is used to either it can join sentences or it can be in between two people's names. For example, Anna and Jack, for example. But and we can see it we can even say join sentences. So it puts sentences together and it can put words together. Can you hear me now? I feel like my network was fine all the time. All right. And then if we were to look at an example of how to use the word but, right, within a sentence, then we can say she is not a conjunction. Conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. So these are conjunction and, but, or, and so. All right. So we use but once again to show that things are either different or that things are opposite, right? That is where we use but. But now we use or. So far we use and, but we are using or now. We use or to show a choice. It's either this or it's that, right? It shows a choice. And if we look at an example, it says, do you want to go to the zoo or to the park? So, do you want to go to the zoo or to the park? So, do you want to go to the zoo or the park? All right. So far we looked at the word and, but, or, which we said is a choice, and now the last word is so. So we can use so we use so to show that something happens because of something else. Something happens now because of something else, right? So it's almost like, for example, saying, if we look at an example, it says, today is my birthday, so my mom baked a cake. So today is my birthday, so my mom baked a cake. Right? So there we, for example, say it's basically we use so to show that something happens because of something else. It's my birthday, so my mom baked a cake. All right. So these are conjunction or conjunctions. And once again, we say conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. So that is conjunctions, and it is used to put either words or it's used to put sentences together by using that conjunctions, which is and, but, or, and so. All right, so now we're going to aplusstudents.ca, and we're going to use conjunctions. We're going to use conjunctions. All right, so now we already went over what conjunctions are. We said conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so, and it is used to put words and sentences together. We use and to show that things go together. We use but to show that things are either different or it is option. We use or to show a choice. It's either this or it's that. Or we use so to show that something happens because of something else. So now it says we need to complete the sentence with a base conjunction. So the sign says open. All right. And if we were to select the correct conjunction to, for example, complete the sentence, it says the sign says open. The yarn shop is closed. So the sign says open. The yarn shop is closed. Do we say and the yarn shop is closed, or but the yarn shop is closed, or the yarn shop is closed, or so the yarn shop is closed? Which one is correct? All right. So yeah, it says the sign says open. The yarn shop is closed. Do we say and the yarn shop is closed? Do we say but the yarn shop is closed? Or the yarn shop is closed? Or do we say so the yarn shop is closed? Which one is correct? All right, and if we were to select the correct word or conjunction, open, but the yarn is to show that things are different or options or opposite. So we say but. It says someone left the cage open. My pet rabbit got out. Do we say and my pet rabbit got out? But my pet rabbit got out. So my pet rabbit got out. Or do we say oh my pet rabbit got out? What is the correct word? We need to choose and, but, or so. And if we were to choose the correct option, yes, well done. We can say someone left the cage open, so my pet rabbit got out. So well done. So is correct. And then we have the last one that says, does Mrs. Walter have dark eyes? Do we say and light eyes, but light eyes, or light eyes? All right. So now we say that these are conjunctions, and our conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. That is our conjunctions, and we need to know when and how to use it. All right, so now we're going to our test. And it says, Eddie cleaned out his desk. Do we say, and he threw away the broken pencils, or do we say, but he threw away all the broken pencils? Which one is correct? Eddie cleaned out his desk. He threw away all the broken pencils. So do we say, and he threw it out, or do we say, but he threw it out? All right, and if we were to select the correct answer, it says, Eddie cleaned. Complete the sentence with the base conjunction. Eddie cleaned at his desk. He threw away all the broken crayons. Do we say, and he threw it away? Or do we say, but he threw it away? And or but. Which one is correct? So he cleaned out his desk. Do we say, and he threw things away? Do we say, but he threw it away? All right, so we can say, cleaned his desk and he threw away all the broken crayons. All right, so it says, Dad hasn't eaten all day. He must be really hungry. So do we say, and he must be really hungry, so he must really be hungry? Or, so all right, we need to choose the correct option, either so or or. Dad hasn't eaten all day. Do we say, so he must be really hungry? Or do we say, or he must be really hungry? And if we were to choose the correct option, since dad hasn't eaten all day, so option one, he must be really hungry. The next one says, I opened the gate. Do we say, or the dog stayed in the yard, or do we say, but the dog stayed in the yard? So which one is correct? I opened the gate, or the dog stayed in the yard? Or do we say, I opened the gate, but the dog stayed in the yard? Option. All right. And if we were to choose the correct option, then we can say, I opened the door. Do we say all the dogs stayed in the yard, or do we say but the dogs stayed in the yard? And we will go with but the dog stayed in the yard. Because usually when you open the gate, the dog starts running. So this time around, the dog stayed in the yard. All right, so Amy isn't feeling well. So Amy isn't feeling well. Do we say, or she's resting in bed today, or do we say, so she's resting in bed today? Which one is correct? Option one or option two? All right. And if we were to choose the correct word, like the conjunction, do we say Amy isn't feeling well? Do we say or she's going to rest in bed today? Or do we say so she's resting in bed today? Which one is correct? All right. So if we were to choose the correct option, or the let's say the base conjunction, we would say Amy isn't feeling well. So she is resting in bed today. Because she's not feeling well. So she needs to rest. All right, and we can say Miss Todd grew up in New York. Do we say but she lives in Oregon now? Or do we say or she lives in Oregon now? Which option is correct? Option A, or first one, or the second one? So we must choose but or. All right, and if we were to choose the correct option, we will say Miss Todd grew up in New York, but she lives in Oregon now. So well done. The first one is correct. All right, so we say that the lake is covered with ice. Do we say so now we can go ice skating, or do we say or now we can go ice skating? Which one is correct? So or or? All right. So the last one we would say the lake is covered with ice. Do we say so now it is time for us to go ice skating, or do we say or now we can go ice skating? Which one is correct? Do we say so now we can go ice skating or? All right. So we can say that the lake is covered with ice. So now we can go ice skating. All right. All right. And remember, we said that we are doing conjunctions. Conjunctions are words, it joins either sentences, and it joins sentences by using words like and, but, or, and so. Those four words are either used to. All right. Once again, we said that our coordinate, or not even coordinating, we just say our conjunctions are words like and or and. We have but, we have or, and we have so. These are our four conjunction, and we, for example, use the correct one, and that is for it to join the sentences. All right. If you look at these four sentences, the four words, which is and, but, or so, can you, for example, create a sentence with one of that sentence, with that words? Any sentence. All right. And before we end off, right, we say that with conjunctions, it is words that either join sentences, It puts the sentences together, or it helps put the sentences together, right? Those are conjunctions. And when we use words like and, but, or, so that is actually a coordinating conjunction. But for now, we are not there yet. All right. And let us look at a few more examples before we continue. It says, Miss Todd grew up in New York. So Miss Todd grew up in New York. And then we can say, but she lives in Oregon. Here it says Erica plays basketball. Do we say and not football after school, but not football after school, or not football after school? Or do we say so not football after school? Which one is correct? Eric plays basketball. All right. So, guys, we are almost done, but we need to, for example, at least wait till the full 45 minutes. The full 45 minutes. Let us continue and do examples or activities. It says Erica plays basketball. Erica plays basketball. If we're gonna show contrast. So Erica plays basketball, we use is to show that things go together. All right, so we can say Erica plays basketball. She loves playing the basketball, but all right. And before we finish off, it says Erica plays basketball, not football after school. So we can say that she plays basketball, but not football. So when it comes to conjunctions, right, we use those words like and, or we use the word but, or we use the word or we use the word so, and those words are used to put the words together, or put those words of the sentences or and sentences they put together. It's like they are joining it, right? And you will be able to know which one to use within your sentence, because we said if we use, for example, and, right, then and is used to show that things go together. Remember, and it gives us also the idea and this and that, so which means that things come together. We use but to show that things are different or that it is opposite. It's like showing the contrast thereof. So it shows that things are either different. Then we use the word or, and or is to show a choice. It's like either saying, it's either this or it is that. That is a choice. So when we use a sentence, then our choice or whatever needs to be clearly stated. And we use so to show that something happens because of something else. I did this, so, so it's like a reaction upon a reaction, right? And these we call coordinating. Not even coordinating, we just call them conjunctions. We call them conjunctions, right? All right, so far we went over what conjunctions are, and we said conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. We also say conjunctions are used to put the words and sentences together. All right. All right. So this is now the end of our lesson on conjunctions. Thank you very much for joining the class. We said conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so, and they're used to put words and sentences together. So now, till next time, you must have a good evening further. Actually, you must have a good weekend further. Goodbye.